How do you get your boyfriend to shut up about sports?
All right, so here's how you do it. You get them a friend that they can talk sports to, so then they're not constantly talking sports to you.
Okay.
Because if they can spill out to somebody else, they'll be less likely to talk
There's
to
a
about
whole
you.
can of worms you just open up about get him a friend. Because like that's ever worked in any relationship ever. It's like, even if you have a best friend and you both have boyfriends and you're like, oh, just stick them in the same room together. That doesn't work. It'll be just two guys going like, hey. Even if they could be best friends in the world, it won't happen.
I mean,
you can't
at the
just
end,
get them a friend.
At the end of the day, communicate with him. The thing is, you shouldn't have a problem with that because he's sharing something he's interested in and passionate about with you, which is meaningful to him. And so you should like that because he wants to share stuff with you. He wants to talk with you.
No, that's not necessarily true. You can't expect someone to force themselves to like something that they could never like. Even this podcast, whose mission it is to open up sports to other people, like you can still not like it. But what our mission here is to not come from a place of ignorance, because I admire anything that Amy is passionate about.
Yeah.
I admire that. Even if I don't understand it, I would never outright dismiss it. And I actually enjoy listening to her talk about things that I never could really comprehend. Not that I would never be interested in, but I just haven't had the time to understand it. But the more I hear about it, the more I have a greater appreciation for what it is. So when it comes to this passion, sports has this divisive thing where some people that don't like sports, which is the whole purpose of this podcast, that they just have an automatic reaction to anonymity towards it.
Yeah.
No, not animosity.
Animosity, yeah.
And so I would posit that why not, instead of understanding that, they love talking about this, just like appreciate that for what it is. I just like hearing the sound of Amy's voice. Like I don't care what I care what she's saying. I don't have to come out like that. But I don't care what she wants to talk about. I want to listen to it because I want to learn basically anything about them. So I would like put in that perspective. Not everyone's the same. If they're saying the exact same thing, then it could be bad. But that's how it can seem with sports because they don't understand the nuanced difference. It may be the same teams fighting each other all over the place and whatever, and the scores are the same. But like I've learned over the past year, I'm still enjoying hearing about sports. I don't really understand much more, but I understand a little more, and with that understanding comes appreciation.
Yeah.
Which brings us to today's topic.
Today's topic, world records.
So if those two guys are forced in the room together and they have to like figure something out, and there's a Guinness Book of World Records on the table in front of them, they're not going like, hey, I bet I can beat you at this record.
Yeah.
I bet I can beat you at this record. And then I bet I can beat you. And then they're suddenly best friends.
Yeah. You give them an activity or something to talk about or get into. And maybe that's what you do. You buy them the Guinness Book of World Records and challenge them to a record off.